First type of research that counts for medical school is called basic science research, and I feel like this is what most people think of when they envision research. So this is bench work, like working in a lab, for example, biology, chemistry, neuroscience. You want to think pipetting, running experiments, and analyzing data. However, this is only one of several types of research that are going to look extremely good on your medical school application. Next type of research that I personally found really enjoyable is clinical research. So this is going to be working with either patient data or outcomes. It can involve chart reviews, clinical trials, or actually working directly with patients. Obviously, any type of research in this field is going to look amazing on a medical school application, and it can oftentimes be more enjoyable for pre-meds who maybe aren't as interested in sitting in a lab and pipetting all day. Another category of research that I feel like is really, really good for med school, but oftentimes overlooked by pre-meds, is social science or public health research. So this is going to be studying health disparities, health systems, behavior, something like that. And oftentimes it's going to include qualitative or mixed method studies. This type of research can be really fun and really interesting, and it can also potentially connect to something else on your medical school application. For example, if you volunteer with a certain group of people, and that could really, really benefit your application as a whole. For example, if you do volunteer work with students with disabilities and you are able to do a public health research project that has to do with accommodations for students with disabilities, that would be a wonderful thing to include on your application to really show your commitment and your passion for helping that group of people. Another type of research that a lot of medical students actually get involved with is case reports or case series. So this is where you're involved in writing up a patient case, and oftentimes you're going to work on this directly with a physician. This is especially great if you want to get published or present at a conference, because it doesn't take too long to complete this type of project. And finally, the last type of research that I think is fantastic for medical school applications is going to be a quality improvement or QI project. So this is especially relevant if you're involved in a hospital or a clinical setting, and it oftentimes focuses on improving patient care, and this is fantastic for you to talk about in your medical school interviews. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions and I can answer them for you in the comments. And I also have a video linked there that talks a little bit more about research and gives you the perspective of medical school deans as they evaluate your application.